Hey, Angela, how are you? Thanks for hopping on. Hey, mamas. Hey, Amy. How is everybody? Hi, baby. I look like a hot mess today, y'all. Apologies. Hey, Brittany. I too am glad that it's the weekend. Yay. Oh, it's a dress with pockets. Oh, baby. You're biased. Anybody have big plans or just watching me? Surely the weekend had better plans than logging into YouTube and watching Kimmy's Corner. Oh, mamas, that sounds like a wonderful Saturday. I'm trying the whole go live on YouTube, like just YouTube, because I didn't want to set up the top view. The last time I tried this, it wouldn't give me the chat, so at least I can see the chat. Pockets. I don't wear, well, I think I only have 2 dresses that do not have pockets. Pockets are a must. Yeah, no big plans for me either. I think Grace and I are going to game a little bit later this afternoon. We'll stream that on his channel if you're interested in watching. And really just nothing. I cut that crooked. Of course I did. Ooh, Amy, what'd you eat? What'd you have for dinner? I keep forgetting you're across the pond. Angela, laundry. Housework. They do. And so I've had these dresses for a while, so I've lost quite a bit of weight since I bought them. And so they are like, they don't look bad, but they don't, like, where the seams sit, like, doesn't, quote, look perfect. I don't care. I spent a lot of money on these. I'm still using them. Ooh, cottage pie. Yes, baby. Borderlands. Hey, Stacy. Hey, Minnie. Oh my gosh, you guys. I screwed up so bad. Oh, thank you, Minnie. Thank you. Angela, I know. I mean, I wore this. I went to breakfast with my folks this morning, and I wore this to breakfast, giving 0 Fs. I think it's like shepherd's pie. I don't know. I'll let the native describe it. But yeah, I went to breakfast this morning. I'm like, I may have worn this last weekend to breakfast. I don't know. Nobody said anything. Meaning the people at the, because they go to the same restaurant, they go to the same cafe like 4 times a week for breakfast. So my pop's favorite waitress is pregnant, and so she's gonna pop in February, and he's like, are you gonna come back? And she's like, probably not, right? So he's like, he's all sad. You got that right, girl. But no, you guys, I messed up. So I'm part of the channel trivia collab, and I filmed my video. I go into this like on the actual video, but with beef mince instead of lamb. Ooh, I would like that better because I'm not a fan of lamb. Any hooter, I love trivia, and I'm actually really good at trivia. And I got really excited to play that I did like 4 parts of the wheel. And then I was watching April's video, and I'm like, and then I watched Lisa's video. I'm like, you know what? I probably should have only done one part of the wheel. So I emailed the group this morning. I was like, hey, well, not this morning. Well, it was technically, it was like 12:30 this morning at like around midnight. And I said, so I think I did it wrong. And Lisa, bless her heart, she was like, yeah, Kimmy, you did it wrong. So I went and I marked out like all of the ones that I had answered. And I actually refilmed it this morning when I got back from breakfast so that I only have one spoke on the wheel. But I got so excited because I got answers right. And I just, yeah. Nobody's ever going to ask me to be in a collab ever again because, oh man, it was funny. It'll all be talked about and explained on the video tomorrow. But I have to I have to film somewhat ahead because Greece is he's going on a trip for his birthday with him and his dad. And you guys don't want me to edit. Like, I promise you that. And so I need to, what do you call? I need to get ahead on filming. So yeah. Aw, Minnie, thank you. I'm thinking about seeing if anyone is close to 1K and seeing if they want to do a 1K collab. But I have so many collabs going on right now. Like, I had to stop. I look like a hot mess, y'all. I should have looked in the mirror before I came on camera. I have so many collabs going right now that like I don't think I want to put another one in. Oh, and I show this on my Monday video, but look at what Greece got me. I don't know if it'll show. Greece got me this for my birthday, and it finally came in. Ooh, it's a Batman ring. I think it's so gorgeous. 823 and 1333. Whoop, whoop. I think I just hit 860. I think I just hit 860. I mean, listen, at any point, like, I'll collab with anybody just because I think it is so fun to get to know other people through collaborations. Isn't it? I love it. Though when I opened the box, I was like, I mean, it's pretty, but like, what's this? Oh, why? He probably regrets marrying me. And my mom is like, my pop was like, it's the bat signal. I was like, oh, I love it. I mean, people tell me I'm funny. I don't think I'm funny. But where'd all my other crap go? I had a whole stack. Oh, down here. Yeah, right? Duh. Like, Greece was like, duh. I was like, oh, I don't know. Oh, thank you. I think I'm funny too. It's just I think I'm annoying. So like there's like a balance, right? Like you can be really funny, but you can also be real obnoxious. And I feel like I teeter that line sometimes. I don't want to cut. Oh my gosh, a box challenge. Oh, thank you. You guys know how to make a girl feel good. I love box challenges so much, you guys, but I hate cutting them. I don't think so. I got the Star Wars box challenge from Mindy over at SW Fanatic Saves. We're going to play this after the gamer box. So maybe I don't have to cut this yet. There's a lot of cards. Hey, Angela. Ooh, mamas. Whoop, whoop. That's awesome. Mamas, I can't wait for you to see our Drown That Debt box video. That D20 was horrible to us. Well, to me. Grease laughed, but it was horrible to me. Angela, my Saturday's going great. I'm here hanging with my besties. And huge shout out and big thanks to you guys that joined my membership last week. I love you all so much. And I have another freebie for my members that's going to come out. I think I'm going to post it on Tuesday. But I'm getting a little impatient with myself, so it may come out tomorrow. But I'm going to play it on my live on Wednesday, so I want it posted for you guys to get, for my members. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I'm missing chat because I have top chat. YouTube really needs to get rid of this different chat thingy. I don't really want to cut this yet either. I also got Junior's back to school quest. I mean, we don't have kids that go, our child is in college, but I want to use it for student loan debt. I thought that was really cute. I'd be like, oh, I used to use pencils. Now I can save for them to pay off the debt. Oh, yole. Like the YouTube app. This is from April's Fresh Start. So Junior is her baby. It doesn't tell me how many people are in here. That's what I don't like about YouTube Live. And Stacy, the reason I literally have bought, I think, everything Junior's done. Did I buy his shark game? I don't know. But I buy anything as long as I see it. I buy anything that she puts out from Junior because he gets 100% of the proceeds. And he has his own spending savings binder, and she segments out, right? Like, because like if she does a sale and he has great sales, like she doesn't want him to have like $100 a week, and then the next week maybe he only sells a few items and he gets like $10, right? So she like segments it out, his pay, right? And every week, well, now that he's in school, I don't know if he's going to be on the videos, or maybe he'll come back to being on the videos. But Game and Save, which is their Wednesday video, he has a box that he opens, and he would open his box and count his money and then put his money in his little spending binder. So I am always happy to support a tiny saver. Yes. Yeah. He makes such if I would have had that wherewithal, right, at 8, who the heck knows where my money life would have, who knows where my financial life would have gone or how it would have happened from that point on. I know. The very first video I ever saw of April's was a Game and Save with Junior. And I was hooked after that. She also has the Shoe IOU, but that's free on her Ko-fi. That's why anytime I had to take from it, I thank Junior because he's the one that made that challenge. Well, ideated it, right? I don't want to cut these. I'm not going to start the back to school quest just yet. And this box challenge, we're not going to start. Yeah. I mean, our kid's in college, right? Well, Greece made her. He was a package deal, right? She's in college now, but she knows that we budget, and she knows that I'm very passionate about budgeting. But she has yet to come to me and be like, Kimmy, can you make me a budget? So I have though made budgets for one current coworker, two prior coworkers, my in-laws, and one of Greece's buddies. We did Junior's restaurant box. We saved 244, I think, in that. And then I have his fall quest, which now that I'm thinking about it, I should have put that. I should be working on that right now, but oh well. I got his Around the World box challenge that we're going to start when we finish Monster Town. And I'm doing his Elf Quest right now in Big Kahuna. Hi, Dorothy. Is it Dorothy or Dorothea? Oh, Angela, that's great. Yeah, when Grace's buddy came to me and he was like, can you do a budget? I was like, yeah, you're going to need to get personal with me though. Like, I need to know how much you bring in, what your bills are. Like, I need to know all of it. Oh, mamas, it's so much fun. It's a lot. It's 29 sections from start to finish. But I also waited to play it until all of the expansions came out. So, but April, she just finished it. I want to say about a month ago. I don't know why this leaves dust. But she saved over almost $900. Oh, Dorothea. Okay, wonderful. Welcome. Oh man, Monster Town is so fun. The little the images they take me out. I'm gonna put this back on my shelf. My wonderful shelf that Greece allowed me to buy. Budgeted, of course. Yeah, we were initially we were going to use Monster Town for debt, but because we already have those big challenges, the 100 envelope, the 2025 and 2025, and the monthly yearly 5K, we are not going. It's going to go to travel, going toward our 10th wedding anniversary savings. Hey, Minnie, don't hate the play. I hate the game. I hope you're paying into your Savings Challenge Anonymous envelope for shopping. Hi, Judy. Yeah, so I had gone live thinking I was going to cut out that box challenge from Mindy, but that's a lot of cutting, and I just don't want to. Mamas, that's how I was with our sinking funds. I was getting really bored with the challenges that were in our sinking fund binders when we stuffed just direct from the paycheck. That's why we started Save to Sink. And I have my September monthly figures right here. The only thing that I'm waiting on is Ms. Judy's gnome number, because we all know she holds that like a national security secret. Grease asked me this morning, Miss Judy, because I was talking to him about how because the money for the quarter is going to go to my school loans, and I said, oh, I won't technically finish Judy's challenge until Wednesday, which is after the end of the month. So do we want to just put that to October, or because it's ends in September, we want it to be September? And he said, no, let's put it towards September because we're actually going to be able to make a big payment to my student loans. And I said, oh, well, then I've got to wait until tomorrow morning to film my end of month stuff, which those of you who are members, you're going to get a video next week for a little tease of the end of month. Any hooter. And I said, oh, I've got to wait till the morning for Miss Judy's gnome number. And he said, oh, you don't think she'll, like, if you email her and said, oh, Miss Judy, I'm doing my end of month. I need the gnome number so I can save it. And I said, no, she will not. She will not disclose. So Eva, Tara, and I have tried on her Saturday Night Lives, be like, just whisper the gnome number. Just whisper it. And she won't do it. Grease goes, okay, so like just wait until tomorrow then. I'm like, oh, okay. Yay, mamas, that's awesome. That's incredible. Congratulations. So I want to tell you guys so bad, but what I started doing for this month on our file that we keep, because I keep all of it in Excel. Oh, Judy, really? I did go ahead and color, and I printed off October or the next quarter. But on the file starting this month, I've included like a little snippet of like where we've been month over month. And we've only had 2 months where we were under $1,000. That's awesome, mamas. Dorothea, I didn't see your question, hon. Let me scroll up. I don't see a question. Did you have a question? Coke Zero, cheers. Oh, mamas, I'm so happy for you. That's awesome. We were also talking about our 2026 goals. We are like really shooting for the moon, but we're going to see. We're going to see if we can hit them. Yay, around the world. Angela, I never stuck to budget when I went to the store. Since we started having it delivered, I always stick to budget. I get paid once a month and have a lot of debt, not much to save. Dorothea, you came to the right channel. So let me tell you a story about Grace and Kimmy circa 2020. So we had just gotten engaged. No, we had just moved in. We got married in 2020. And we had just moved in. And I brought with me a lot of debt. He brought with him a little bit of debt. So because I have a lot of school debt. Hey, Gemini, I have a lot of school debt because I went for a bachelor and a master degree. And we were bringing home a fairly decent amount of money, right, for a 2-income household. We had $10 left after we paid rent because we were renting at the time. Rent, both of us had car payments, all of our minimum debt payments, and just necessities, right? Groceries, utilities, things like that. There were times, many times throughout 2020 and 2021 that Grease and I had $5 to $10 a pay period outside of all of those fixed expenses, right? Fixed expenses to do anything with. And when you're in a position where you don't think you have money, what do? You put it on credit, right? So not only did we have a lot of debt already, but we accumulated more debt because we wanted to live our best life and we wanted to go out to eat and we wanted to order DoorDash. And if I saw something on Amazon I wanted, well, I can buy now, pay later. Who cares, right? It took a very strong mindset of, I need to change how I view money. And I had heard about Dave Ramsey, right? And the cash stuffing method. I've been in banking for my career. My entire adult career has been in financial services. And I had a customer because I was working for a online bank at the time. I wasn't in a branch. And I had a customer tell me about cash stuffing. And I was like, I've never heard of that. So I YouTubed it. I Googled it, cash stuffing, and a YouTube video came up. I still don't remember who it was that I watched, but whoever it was that I watched said, print out the last 3 months of bank statements and use the highlighter method. So any necessity bills, so like bills within your 4 walls, highlight in one color. Anything like debt related, highlight in another color. And then anything else that is non-essential, like going out to eat, Amazon purchases, Walmart trips, whatever, highlight a different color. And that color of anything extra was green. I had an 8-page bank statement and only 1 page had more than 2 or 3 that were not green. Hey, Tina. When I tell you that was an eye-opener for me, because I'm like, wow, this is where all our dang money is going. Because where we bank, I had a line of credit with that institution for eons. And it was set up as overdraft protection on my checking account. So I would swipe and I wouldn't notice, hey, I don't have the money, because it would swoop in from that line of credit, right? Next thing I know, in 3 or 4 months, that line of credit is maxed out, right? So it's like I kept digging myself deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the debt hole. So I found this thing called cash stuffing, and I saw these things called savings challenges. And I thought, well, I want to still have fun, like, because to me, like, I have to be motivated and I have to have fun or else I'm not going to do it. So I told Grease, I was like, I still want to, like, I want to try this out. Like, this person, and like, I binged like 2 or 3 channels, and I was like, this person started with like dimes and now they're saving like $100 at a time. You pick the colors, Minnie. It's whatever colors you want. So like debt can be red. Inside the 4 walls, so mortgage, rent, utilities, pet food, things like that. That can be that can be pink, and then so on and so forth. And he was like, I mean, look, let's give it a try. And we started saving with dimes. So like I would be scratching off a scratcher, and if it said 4, I saved 40 cents. And because I was having fun, it kept me motivated. And we got to a point where we paid down over $30,000 in debt so far this year, because we have been so committed over the last 5 years, really sticking heavily since 2024, but we've dabbled in and out. We failed a lot between 2020 and 2024. And the one thing that I can say is you've got to stay committed. The system works. You just got to stay committed to it. Budget with Amanda is a really good channel to follow. She's quote unquote low budget or low income, and she does budget with me's. Steph's on a budget, also does budget with me's. A rather new creator, Brooklyn L. Saves. She's also good to follow. Any of these wonderful people that are here on the live, they are also wonderful to follow. My problem is I am addicted to budgeting YouTube. So like it's literally all that I watch. I think I have 1 or 2 budget with me videos, but they're from 2022. Yeah, baby, you're a mod. You can post them. I haven't done a budget with me just because I think that's going to be a video that members are going to get. Yeah. Budget, but the way that I budget is so cattywampus that I'm like, will this even like make sense for a video? But I think I'll have that be a member video. Oh, Minnie, nice. It's also kind of hard for me to do a budget with me because I'm a hybrid budgeter. So like our cat, like our like paycheck breakdown, like what we bring in, what our bills are, like all of that I do on paper. But as far as like figuring out what goes where, that I do electronically because I want Excel to do all the math for me. That's okay, Minnie. As long as you stay committed to the system. Exactly, mamas. Exactly. And I remember when I first started watching, I would get like I would get in my feelings and be like, wow, this person can put $20 to one savings challenge and I can put 20 cents, right? But I had to constantly remind myself that my step 1 is not equivalent to somebody's step 4, right? Or step 100. So like right now, we're further along in our journey, but that doesn't mean that you can't watch my videos and either get inspiration to keep saving or get an understanding of kind of how everything works. Like there is not a single person in this budgeting community. Well, 99.999% of this budgeting community. I only say that because I've had a negative experience with 2 people. 99.999% of this budgeting community is all we want is to support, uplift, and encourage each other. Yeah, Angela, I think it is too, honestly. But it is very hard to watch videos and not compare yourself to them, to the person that you're watching. I know, mamas. I was there too. In January, March, I'm looking at my table here. March was our lowest month at $682. Yeah, Dorothea, and that, I mean, we had to do that. We didn't have streaming services for a year and a half. You know, just because I was like, look, I'm serious about paying this debt off. And I said, I told Grace, because he's like, what's like the first thing you want to do when we pay off our first credit card? And I said, I want to get a housekeeper. Because what we were paying in minimum payments to that credit card pays for our house cleaner twice a month. That should tell you how bad it was for us. And now that I have the benefit of having somebody come in and clean my house twice a month, like I it's money. Number one, money well spent. Number two, it's in our budget. And number three, I will never go back to not having somebody come in and take the stress off of me. Because I'm the kind of person that I don't like to clean unless I have what my parents always say, oh, you got a bug up your butt because you're like just buzzing around, dusting and vacuuming and whatever. I don't like to clean. And so having someone come in and do that for me, and I get to reap the benefit. I mean, I get to smell a clean house, and I get to be around, like, my carpet is freshly vacuumed and things like that. Like, to me, that's worth it. And that was one of the first things that we did after we paid off our first credit card. And Dorothea, you can even, I mean, like I said, right, just make yourself, like, set a goal. So be like, okay, in the month of October, I want to try to save $10, right? And if I want to do that, you can do it with your spare change. So spare change at the end of the week, you can put that in a jar or put it in a container. A lot of the budgeters in this community, Angela Marie 888, who's on the live, I think still, she has a lot of little prop cards on her Ko-fi site or Ko-fi site. And it's like 25, 50 cents, 75 cents, $1. And so you can use those too. That way you don't have to worry about coins and all that stuff. I use chips for my quarter days. Oh, I'm glad you like them. Yeah, Amy, spare change challenges. Yeah. Angela, that's why I adore you. Oh, that's right. Nori does have coin challenges. Yeah. But are they free though? Like, are they on her Ko-fi or her Google Drive? I personally like the chips. Number one, I don't have to cut them out. I mean, let's be real. But number two, it resembles a coin. So, okay. I didn't know if they were free or not on her Ko-fi. Easy for you to follow. Get out of here. And the reason I started doing quarter days is to remind us every week where we started. And actually, that's even further than where we started, because we started with dimes. But I didn't want to have to lug around 100 chips. So, yeah. And that's the thing too, like, this community, the budgeting community, is so saturated that you can literally, anybody can type in low budget cash stuffing or low income cash stuffing, and you'll get 100 creators, right? It just, who you follow and who you watch consistently just really depends on who you connect with. Heck, I still can't believe 860 people even think I'm entertaining. But we got you, Dorothea. We got you, dear. You can do it. I used to tell myself all the time, even if I save a penny, that's a penny I didn't have yesterday, right? So, like, in our worst weeks, worst months, at the end of the month, I would sit down and I would look and see, okay, how much do I have? And there was a couple of months that we only have literally $1, if that. And we had to not necessarily be okay with it, but we had to celebrate it, because that's what kept us excited and what kept us motivated. Not to mention that what you bring home, like what you bring into your home for income, And when you turn around and you have none of that, you don't have anything to show for it, you're like, well, then what the heck am I working for? Why am I working so hard? Mamas, that was us until January, honestly. Bye, Amy. Have a good time, dear. I mean, according to Budget Community Society, Greece and I would be considered high income. We don't consider ourselves high income because we know the expenses that we pay every month, but everybody's definition of low, medium, high, everybody's definition is different, right? Um, we're not low income by any means, but you know, and that's another thing too why I was concerned about coming back to YouTube, because I came back in March. I was worried about coming back to YouTube and kind of walking people through our budgeting or through our savings journey. I was really worried about negative people, right? But outside of the two people that I will not name because I don't want to give them any more attention than they already try to get for themselves. I have not encountered anybody negative in this community outside of those two. Troll alert. That's okay, mamas. It's possible. My mom and dad did it for years. I did. I was waiting on you. You're too slow. That is true, Gemini. That is exactly true. It all depends on what your fixed expenses are, and where you live for sure. Oh, at Minnie's Kofi. She's got some cool stuff on there. I have so many gosh darn freebie challenges. Like I want to do like Lindsay does it, Amanda does it, Anna Banana does it. I think Becca does it sometimes. I know Dawn does it. They do like freebie hauls on Fridays. I want to do that so bad, but then I have so many challenges. Yeah. Yeah. Minnie's got a lot of good stuff on her Kofi. But yeah. Yeah, Minnie, see? Just everybody's budget is different. Everybody's goals are different. And, you know, it's really hard to not compare yourself to other budgeters, but you just got to be like, look, I'll get there. Like when I was saving dimes and I actually think it was Steph's on a budget. And I saw her putting like $100 for a completed savings challenge into her bag. And I was like, wow, I can't wait till I can save $100. And then when I saved my first $100 challenge, I was like, holy bajoli. So you'll get there. I promise. The main thing is staying consistent and committed because it's very easy. I mean, we tried at least 5 or 6 times between 2020 and 2024 to stick to the system, and we failed each time bad. And each time we failed was worse than the time prior, right? But in 2024, I told Grace, I said, I've had enough. And we really buckled down and stayed committed to the system. And it's been a lifesaver, honestly. We've been able to take vacations completely debt free. Like, it's amazing. Lord of the Rings. Here we go. Never seen any of it. That's right, I did. I don't even remember when I got you that, babe. Christmas, maybe last year? Speaking of Christmas, how is everybody doing on their Christmas spending? Not spending, saving. Exactly, Gemini. Exactly. And Greece and I take full, what am I trying to say? Advantage of life experiences. Hey, Misha. Oh, Judy, I don't know if Greece has. I hear him typing, so maybe. Judy just became much more cool. Was there ever any doubt? Yay, Angela. That's awesome. Hey, Karen. How are you? Man, let me tell y'all what. Greece is going to leave me for Miss Judy. She lives by Thunder Valley. She watches the Lord of the Whatevers. I'm going to lose Greece to Miss Judy. He's going to leave me here with the mortgage and the pets. Hey, Enchanted Owl's Nest. I'm so sorry. I do not remember your first name. Do you mind reminding me? Hey, Jet into Savings. How are you? Oh, Leanne. Wonderful. Oh, man. Miss Judy has Greece talking about Lord of the Rings. Jet into Savings. I need to go watch your video. I saw that you posted a video. I think I just subscribed this morning. I'm happy too. This is not any kind of regular schedule thing. It's just a pop up. I had planned on cutting out a box challenge, but just looking at it and thinking about the cutting involved, I was like, meh. Yeah, I don't know, Minnie. I don't watch it. Misha, it's the what is it? Star Wars? Yeah, it's the Star Wars box challenge from Mindy over at SW Fanatic Saves. I bought it to play with or to play through with Greece after we get done with Alexa's gamer box. But it's so many cards. I look a hot mess, you guys. It's so many cards. I don't want to cut them. So, and I was going to cut out, I got Junior's Back to School Quest from April's Fresh Start. I'm going to play this probably starting in November. I'm going to play this to make a payment towards school loans. So I also think I finally figured out what I'm going to do with my Lady and the Tramp binder. I think I finally figured out what I'm going to use it for. Bye, Angela. Thank you for hopping in. He does, Misha. I think the only thing in Juniors I don't have is the shark attack, but I'm pretty sure I have everything else. But I think I'm going to start my my Lady and the Tramp binder because I've got a pretty good set of challenges now. At least enough to go through one binder set. I think I've figured out what I'm going to use that binder book for. Misha, I do. And we're going to play that when we finish Monster Town. I think Monster Town is going to take us into January. We still have a lot of cards to go. Oh, Brittany, it's a I wonder if I can get it down. It's one of the what do you call it? It's a flip book. Not a flip book. What am I talking about? Hold, please. Okay. Oh, yeah, Misha. I saw April was playing it too. Oh my gosh. You know what? I need to reach out to some creators because I'm starting to stash things away for my 1K giveaway. Yes, from Sav Saves. It's one of her storybook. What do you call this? Storybook binders. No, baby. Only mods can put links. I follow Lake and Bacon on Ko-fi. I'll send you the link, baby. Oh, no. Yeah, it is. It's so gorgeous. Let me just show you guys. Oh. I have so many travel box challenges. These are all of my travel box challenges. So I have Juniors Around the World, and then I have Lindsay's Ciao Italy. And this isn't a box challenge, but I'm going to play it like one. I have Drew from Ready Budget Go. I have his Let's Go Places challenge. Hold on, mamas. I'm about to show you because I think it's gorgeous. I also need to find these little bags that Eva sends her box challenges in because I really need more of those bags. Anywho. So Savannah over at Sav Saves. There are a couple of people that do this also. It's a whole copy cancel culture. I don't condone that. I don't get any part of that. Like, just let people make their money. Like, who cares? Anyway, she sells storybook binders. And so she takes a storybook and she cuts off the spine and makes it into a binder. And she does, so like, here's the inside. And then you have these pages of the book and she turns them into envelopes. So it's an envelope and it's got the story page on the inside too. And there's a tracker on the back. And Lady and the Tramp is my all-time favorite Disney movie, in case you didn't know. And I love it so much. So she has storybooks on a limited drop basis. And every single time she had a Lady and the Tramp one, I was always too late. So I sent her a message on Etsy and I was like, hey, if I buy the book and send it to you, will you turn it into a binder? And I'm like, I'm always too late for your drops, right? I'm either working or whatever. And she's like, yeah, just, she's like, I already have some. Don't worry about sending me the money for the book. Or don't worry about sending me the book. And I'm like, oh, sweet. So, yeah, that's how I got this. She was super gracious about it. There are a couple of other creators that do something similar. I don't know what their price points are. I think I paid 35 or 40, something like that for this. Which for me was worth it because the only other Lady and the Tramp like binders that I could find were astronomical. But I think that this is such a cute idea. And it's spiraled, which is nice too. Hey, Jeanette. Yeah, Minnie. But it's cute. I mean, I like it. So, yeah. I'm excited to unveil the idea for that probably in January. I think January is going to be when I start doing that. Probably going to make some changes to our video lineup in around January or the first part of the month. Most definitely, Leanne. Yep. That makes sense, Minnie. That makes sense. But Savannah does do them on a drop basis. So but she seems to have all different kinds of books at all of her drops. Bye, Judy. See you at your lives tonight. Yes, Gemini, that's true. She goes and buys them at thrift shops, garage sales, wherever. And she's making money for her and her baby, right? So, do you, boo-boo. And they're super cute. It's just, there are a couple of other creators that either make trackers out of storybook pages or they make a book, like a storybook, just like that. There's been a lot of upset among a lot of creators, right? The copy culture. And it's like, people are going to copy other people. Like, that's almost like human nature. It's only an issue if it's intentional. So have a conversation with that other individual. Yeah, Golden Books. Yep. Or I think it was Golden Bear Books because I had them too. I think it was Golden Bear Books, but yes, with the gold spine. Yep. Oh, the days. I know, Minnie. I know. I've had 3 people come after me telling me that I copied them, and I was like, okay, let's have a conversation, right? Know that if it did happen, it was not intentional. But 2, I don't even remember what the third one was, but 2 of them, I had used the same graphic from Canva. What do you expect? Jeanette, I think we're going to minimize the number of challenges that we do. I think. Meaning right now for Saving Saturday, outside of our long term, so the 5K, the 100 envelope, and the 2025, we have 3 binders that we save in for Saving Saturday. I'm probably going to take that down to 2. Bull honky, I do not, baby. I give you credit when you create something. It was the little balloon dogs, right? I had them on my July challenge, my July monthly. They said I copied them because I used the same color. Like, are you for real right now? I responded and I said, I did it on Canva. Like, Canva only has so many options. And when I think of July and summer and being outside, I think of balloon animals filled with water that I used to beat my cousins with. So, like, and I responded back. I was like, I'm really sorry that you feel that way. Know that this was my inspiration behind using the graphic. It brought up good childhood memories for me. And again, I'm really sorry if you felt, I'm really sorry that you feel I infringed on your creativity. And they wrote back and said something to the tune of, your apology doesn't mean anything. People are getting yours because it's free, but they're not getting mine because I charge. And I'm like, okay, but that's got nothing to do with me. Like, yeah, I don't, yeah. I was telling my parents about it this morning, actually, at breakfast. And I told my pop, I was like, you know, the YouTube version of Kimmy is pretty close to the real life version, but there's still a little bit, right, that I don't show to the internet, but I almost showed it real quick in that instance. Bye, Dorothea. Best of luck, my friend. Keep us posted on how your savings goes. Not Jeanette, I'm not going to say. I will never say names. They've said my name plenty of times, but I will never say their name. Yeah, Leanne. I mean, I left it there, right? Like, I left it at that first response. Just because, I mean, it bothered them enough that they emailed me, but I left it at the first response. I'm like, you're a stranger on the internet. Like, I don't need to bow down to you. Jeanette, I can already hear you. You be walking around the house be like, who they know? Who they know? You know who they don't know? They don't know me, Jeanette from the Bronx. I swear I could listen to you talk all day. I love New York accents so much. Yeah. Well, they almost got South Dallas Kimmy, and nobody wants South Dallas Kimmy. Who they think they know. By the way, Jeanette, after I watch you on a Saturday night, like for Sunday and Monday, I'm telling people all the time, like, who you know. Like, this is why I can't have like in-person conversations, because I pick up on I'm like a little kid. I'm such a sponge. I pick up on things. Yeah, Gemini. I mean, look, this is a hobby for me. Like, nothing against people who are full-time creators and that's how they pay their bills, right? This is not intended to offend anyone, rub anybody the wrong way. Like, we have a couple of folks in the chat right now that, rely on, or not rely, that's the wrong word. They utilize YouTube to supplement partial income or full income. Like, this is not geared toward them. However, that is not my predicament, right? This is a hobby to me. I do this because I have fun doing it. I do this because of all the amazing people that I've met. Like, I'm not going to get so bent out of shape and twisted up sideways that I'm going to email another creator and accuse them of taking money from my pocket, right? Like that's not that's not my issue. Maybe you're not engaging on your channel and people are like, well, I don't want to pay you $10 for a challenge because you don't respond to comments or whatever the case may be, right? Like, oh, I bet it is, Jeanette. Who you know, I bet. I'm going to be saying it the rest of the day. Hey, Letty. When she told you I'm losing sales, that seems like her problem. You know what? It was. And it was really hard for me not to say that. It was really hard for me not to say, okay, well, that's not a Kimmy's Corner problem. That's a you and your lack of whatever that's getting you no sales. Like, that's not my problem. I don't know. It just, it cracked me up that, well, it's not funny that somebody felt offended because I really did feel bad. But like when I sat back and I looked and I thought about it and I was talking to Grease about it and he's like, why is that your problem? And I'm like, you know what? It ain't my problem. So, yeah. And that's why I say 99.9999% of the folks in this community are an absolute joy. Like all of you. Right, Misha? Right. That's why her sip colors, I don't got no sippy sip because I'd be turning that into a drinking game. I wouldn't be able to get out of this chair. Jeanette, you crack me up. Shout out to hubby, who you know. Now he's gonna walk around and start saying, who you know. Letty, how is the weather down your way, my friend? It is hot up here. I think it's going to get up to 88. Oh, Jeanette, educate us. I thought it was just two. Either you're really excited or you're really ticked off. So I need to get educated here. Learn me something. Come on, bugger. I know you want to. Come on. Come on. When you're happy. When someone got you mad. Oh, man. Come here, bugger. Hey. She's just staring at me like, I don't want to go on there. Have you guys gotten a lot of rain down there, Letty? It rained for 2.5, 3 days straight up here last week. Letty is my fellow Texan, y'all. Mamas, are you in Texas? I really want to do like a Texas meetup. Yeah, I was talking about a rogue budgeter that got mad at me. She almost got South Dallas Kimmy. Yep. Jeanette, shut up. Who you know, we gonna do it. Who you know. I'm about to ban Grease from the chat. Me too, Letty. I can't wait till it gets cooler. Ooh, mamas. So like Odessa, West Texas or El Paso, West Texas? I'm Oh, mamas, there ain't nothing out there. I've been to Odessa one time. That was enough. Oh, yeah, all neighboring states. New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Louisiana. Yeah, Grease used to work in the oil on the oil rigs. So he spent a few summers out in Odessa. Long before I met him. That was before I came in the picture. I went to Odessa one time to see a boy. That was an absolute waste of a trip. Oh, does hubby work in the oil field? Or yeah, in the oil field? You know, fun fact, we were talking about what am I trying to say? We were talking with my parents last night because they came over to celebrate Greece's birthday a little early. We were talking about doing a road trip, and we did end up deciding on where we're going to go. But Ohio was one of the options. Oh, a truck driver. Okay. Nice. Breaker 1-4. You should tell that to your husband and see if he's like, what is that? Grease has worked in the trucking industry for as long as I've known him, and I've never heard him say breaker 1-4. It's a little disappointing. Ohio sucks. I assume that's college football related. Or laugh at you. Yeah, Grease worked as a mechanic and as a shop foreman in a truck shop. Oh, an owner op. Nice. The Bigfoot conference? How fun was that? I'd want to go to the NFL Hall of Fame. I think my pop would want to go there too, but he refuses to fly. And it's a long drive from the Dallas area. Oh, heck yeah, mamas. Heck yeah. Oh, Ian, I bet. Hey, Laura, how are you? Mamas, that is awesome. Way to have goals, man. That's incredible. You know, when I was growing up, well, I shouldn't say growing up, when I was like a teenager, I wanted to be a truck driver. Just because I thought it was so neat. Like, you get to drive and you get to see the country. You got that right, mamas. They're not. Grace can tell you all about that. But yeah, I wanted to be a truck driver. And then I thought, you know what? I can't be a truck driver because I don't know anything about mechanics. Like, the most I know about a vehicle is that when you get in, you're supposed to be able to turn it on, either through the key or through a push button. Like, I don't know anything else. I do know how to change a tire, and I have changed my own headlights and taillights before. Well, before I met Grease, then now Grease does it all. But like, I do know how to do those things, and I know how to read my oil dipstick, and I know what all of my lights on my dashboard mean. Jeanette, was it because of the show NYPD? I went through a lot of different like career stages. I wanted to do like forensics, like I wanted to do crime scenes. And then I thought, oh, I don't want to be around dead people, right? So then like that was a no. And then I wanted to be a truck driver. I wanted to be a veterinarian, but I didn't want to have to hurt any animals. So then that was a no. And then I started nursing school and I got to my first round of clinicals and it was a cadaver round. And I went, no thanks. And so I ended up in finance fraud. I've been here ever since. Oh, Letty, do I? Well, my pop made sure that I knew how to do like the basic stuff. But like before I got car insurance, like myself, I was under my parents' car insurance and they always had roadside assistance. So they were like, yeah, if you get a flat tire, just call us and we'll come out and change your tire for you. So I've only actually had to change a tire one time. But oh my God, mamas, yes. And I was just in New York, so if I would have had Jeanette coming up to my window because we were speeding, she'd be like, who you know that was speeding, who you know." Jeanette, please don't be mad at me because I'm imitating you. I just love it so much. Mamas, and that's the thing with budgeting, you can make it happen. That's the beauty of budgeting. I know, baby. You can still do voiceover work and acting. You have the movie phone voice. Oh, Jeanette, did she? Yay, Letty, I'm fancy. I'm fancy. Bye, Leanne. Thanks for stopping in. Wow, I've been on here a long time. I just saw the time. Yeah, mamas. Yeah, that's why he got out. All right, Jeanette, thanks for stopping in. But who you know is about to go back to work? Who you know? Hey, Anna Banana. I don't see how people still make money on the oil field, honestly. But you're right, it is very inconsistent. Yeah, Greece has had like a job in every spectrum like of employment. Like totes understand, Jeanette. You got to take care of the getting the coin. I get it. Greece has had a job in probably any field that you could think of outside of medical. I think. I don't think he's been a doctor or anything. I hear him typing, so I wonder what he's going to type. Such a delay on the YouTube stream. Yeah, right. I don't think he's done anything medical. Dispatcher for a fuel company, worked restaurants, retail. I worked in a restaurant for one day. Well, actually, one table. I was a waitress for one table. Let's see, where have I worked? I worked at Little Caesars. That was my, well, no, I worked at my neighborhood bowling alley. That was my first job at 14, 15. And then I worked at Little Caesars. I was the mascot. Well, I mean, I worked like making pizzas and stuff, but I was also responsible because I was the tallest. I was responsible for wearing the Caesar suit and going out to the curb and trying to get people to come in. And I learned in the suit, because it was like certain like hand gestures. I learned how to stick up the middle finger because my friends would drive by and honk at me and like be like, "Ooh, shake it, mama," or whatever. So I learned how to manipulate the whatever you call gears, I don't know, in the hands of the suit to make him flip out my friends when they drove by. And then I went to work for Sears in a mall here that's no longer open because malls are like dead everywhere. And I started out in kids, and then they moved me to the men's department. And I was so successful there, probably because of the bobbers, that I got moved to tools. And the guy that was like over the tools department had me like booted out to shoes because, not to shoes, to women's, because I was selling like the little like extended warranties or whatever on the power tools. I was selling that on 9 of every 10 sales. And he didn't like that because it was making him look bad. So he had me moved. And then, so I left that place. I went to go work for Joann Fabrics. And then I started my baking career. I haven't done a whole lot, but, oh, and then the whole one table waitress, that happened in between there. I bet it is hard with 3 kids. Yeah. It's like the show Roseanne when she's a magazine salesperson. Oh, why just one table? Well, Misha, let me tell you. So it was at a Denny's, and it was Sunday after church rush. And I had only been there since like 9:00 that morning, and this was about 1:30. And they had like literally me and 2 other wait staff, and it was a huge Denny's. And so the girl, like I went around with the girl for like, I don't know, maybe an hour, saw how she wrote up the tickets and all that stuff. And they said, "Oh, Kimmy, we need you to take that table." And it was a freaking 8 top. And I'm like, I don't know that I can handle an 8 top. And they said, "Well, like sink or swim, right? Like get into it." So I go, I get their drink order. I attempt to get the smaller tray to take 4 drinks. Hey, Storm Kitty. To get 4 drinks, and they're like, "No, use the big tray and carry them all." So I did. And I get up to the table. I go to put the tray on the table next to the table that I was trying to serve. And my hand was like, "What are you doing?" "No, you're not." And it went like literally uncontrollably, like jolted. And 3 ice waters 1 Coca-Cola, 3 cups of coffee, and 1 iced tea went all over a 80-ish-year-old woman in her Sunday best white. I was mortified. I know my face was like, right. She was pissed. I turned around to the manager and I said, "Deuces," and I left. And I never went back. So not even a whole table, just a drink order. I lasted a drink order. It's not for me. Yeah. And what sucks is because that was when I first moved out on my own and I couldn't afford Wi-Fi. So I would go to that Denny's because they would let you just sit there as long as you had a cup of coffee. So I would get a cup of coffee and do my homework and use their Wi-Fi. I couldn't go back to Denny's after that happened. Yeah. I got all kinds of stories. Exactly. But I mean, let's be honest, even if it was like a 2 or a 4 top, I still probably would have spilled the drinks because I think that was that was Jesus's way of being like, yeah, Kimmy, you are not meant to be a server. So in the end, it was a blessing in disguise, but I did feel really bad for that lady. Like, and I tell you, it was wider than she was wider than this paper her clothes were. And she was very, very mad. And I swear it was like I had it like this and my hand just went bink. Yeah. Oh, now Grease is going to leave me for Mama's because she's talking about forklifts. Earlier, he was going to leave me for Miss Judy over Lord of the Rings. Now he's going to leave me for Mama's. Letty, it was. I really do think it was. That was Jesus saying, "No, Kimmy," right? Like, dump it on this old lady. I'm going to meet her soon. And like, be done with it, you know? Just, I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry, friends. Sorry, friends. Oh, Mama's, I bet. I don't know. So the little cafe that my parents go to like 3 or 4 times a week, one of the waitresses will come out, like if she has a big table, and she will come out with her arms with just plates. I'm like, how do you do that? Bye, Letty. Thanks for stopping in. I'm about done here. I've been on here a while. Oh, that's a forklift thing. I don't know. Grease is getting really excited. I can hear it in his typing. Right, Letty, right. Right. Well, I didn't go there for the food. I went there for the coffee and free Wi-Fi. All right, friends. I hope you all enjoyed this 1 hour, 30-minute chitty chat. Get to know Kimmy and Grease a little bit better. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Denny's. But like I said, cup of coffee, free Wi-Fi. I'll make it work. I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I did not anticipate staying on an hour and a half, so apologies. But I always have a good time just sitting and chatting with you guys. Yeah, I was saying bye. Oh, man. Well, Letty, to be fair, they lost me because I would have been mortified going in there being like, can I have a cup of coffee? And then sit there for like 9 hours using their Wi-Fi. Bye, Letty. But yes, thank you everyone for stopping in. Please make sure if you have not already, hit the like button on the way out. I would greatly appreciate it. I do believe that I'm going to have a giveaway soon. I think I'm going to do a giveaway when I hit 900 for all subscribers, and then also a special one for my members. I do have YouTube membership, a YouTube membership. There's only one tier. Make sure to check that out if it's within your budget to do so. I would love to have you as a bestie officially. And I hope that I will see all of you on Miss Judy's live or lives this evening. Grace and I will probably start playing Borderlands 4 soon. So if you or anybody you love is a gamer and you guys would like to watch, make sure to hop over to his channel because that is where we stream our gaming. If not, I will talk to you all tonight if you are on Miss Judy's Live, and I wish all of you a great rest of your Saturday. And as always, huge, huge savings. Bye, friends.